Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. In this video presentation, I will introduce the main concept of our presentation, which is Islamic management. Islamic management is a holistic approach to administration. This means it doesn't just focus on business, goals, or profit, but it also integrates principles and values derived from the Quran and Sunnah into every part of organizational operation. In other words, it combines both spiritual and professional elements to ensure that all decisions and actions are in line with Islamic teachings. So, one of the best examples of this approach in practice is Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, or BIMB. Bank Islam is recognized as a pioneer in the Malaysian Islamic banking industry, leading the way in implementing Sharia-compliant banking principles since its establishment. So, in this presentation, we will explore how Bank Islam applies the principle of Islamic management in their operation and how it contributes to their success as a leading Islamic financial institution.
Bank Islam established on July 1983 is holds the function of being the first Islamic bank in Malaysia. It was incorporated with the primary objective of establishing an Islamic banking system, in line with the Government Aspiration and the Financial Institution Act 1983. The bank commenced operations that align with Sharia compliance. Today, I will explain the application of Islamic management characteristic in organization using example from Bank Islam. So the first point is al-quwwah, power. In Islamic management, power is seen as trust or amanah, not for personal gain, but to serve society and follow Allah's wills. At Bank Islam, power is used with accountability to Allah, especially through the Sharia committee, which ensure all products follow Islamic principles and prevent misuse of power. So for the next one is al-thiqah, confidence. This means trust, confidence, honesty, and integrity. At Bank Islam, trust is earned through Sharia compliance, fair treatment of employee, and transparent financial reporting. This helps create a strong ethical workplace culture. So for the next one is at-ta'ah, calls obedience. Obedience in Islam management means following leaders as long as their instructions follow Sharia law. At Bank Islam, employees follow management instructions but are also encouraged to question anything that goes against Islamic ethics. This ensures that discipline and obedience have a moral purpose. So for the next one is al-suriyah, means confidentiality. Confidentiality is seen as a moral and religious duty. Bank Islam protect customer and financial information strictly as part of trust, means amanah. Breaking confidentiality is not just unprofessional, it's also an ethical spiritual wrongdoing. So for the last one is al-itqan, fullest effort or focus. This means giving the best effort in all work as form of worship to Allah. At Bank Islam, employees are encouraged to perform with excellence and sincerity, ensuring that their work is not only efficient but also pleasing to Allah. This combines worldly success with spiritual fulfillment. So, that's all from me.
Today, I will talk about the principle and practice of Islam management operation at Bank Islam. First, we look at leaders. Leaders at Bank Islam must have good value, which is they must be truthful, trustworthy, communicative, and wise. Their leadership style is based on shura, which means consultation. Leaders are not just decision maker but also role model who guide others with good ethics and spiritual value. Next is authority. In Bank Islam, authority is clearly defined, but it must be used with justice or adil. For example, a manager can approve loan, but it must be done fairly, without bias or favoritism, and must follow Sharia principle. The third point is responsibility. Every employee is responsible for their own work, known as amanah. Ensuring Sharia compliance is not only the job of the Sharia committee, but also a shared duty among all employees. This helps build a culture of accountability. Then, we have delegation of power. Delegation means giving power to others to do their job effectively. For example, branch managers are given the authority to handle customer and daily tasks, but they also receive training to make sure they use their power responsibly. Lastly, chain of command. Bank Islam has a clear structure of command to maintain order and efficiency. Information and communication move through proper channel, preventing confusion and ensure everyone is accountable. This support the principle of at-ta'ah, which means obedience and discipline. In conclusion, this principle, which is leadership, authority, responsibility, delegation, and chain of command, can help Bank Islam run effectively while staying true to Islamic value. That's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
For this slide, I'll be talking about the application of Islamic work ethics. First, we have honesty and trustworthiness, or we call amanah. In Islam, being trustworthy is a key value. It means fulfilling our duties sincerely and being responsible for the trust given to us, whether by our employer, team, or society. Next is hard work and excellence, which we call ihsan. This means giving our best effort in everything we do, not just to please others, but to seek Allah blessing through quality and sincerity in our work. Then we have justice or adli. Practicing justice means treating everyone fairly, without bias, discrimination, and favorism, and making decisions that are ethical and balanced. Another important value is avoiding riba and haram activities. As a Muslim, we must ensure that our income and business practices are halal, honest, and free from exploitation or harm to others. Lastly, brotherhood and teamwork, or we call ukhuwah, remind us that success in the workplace comes through cooperation and respect. Working together with unity and compensation puts a stronger and more positive environment.
Now, let's look at the main challenges Bank Islam faces today and our practical suggestion to address them. The first challenge is intense competition. Many other banks now offer similar Sharia-compliant products. With the growth of digital banking, it's crucial for Bank Islam to distinguish itself from the crowd. To tackle this, we recommend a strategy of digital leadership. First, develop superior mobile banking apps that include special Islamic tools like zakat calculators and halal investment guides. Also market these services by highlighting Bank Islam's commitment in ethical banking, transparency, and community support. The second challenge is a talent development or shortage of skilled talent. It is difficult to find people who are experts in both modern finance and Islamic law. This gap affects innovation and makes it hard to retain top talent. Our solution is to grow their future talent. This can be done by partnering with universities to create specialized courses that combine finance and Islamic studies. Also offer scholarships and internship programs to attract and train the next generation of experts. The third challenge is balancing two key missions. Bank Islam must be a profitable business for its shareholders, but it also has a social duty for benefit the community as required by its Islamic principles. But managing both can be difficult. We recommend enhancing their social commitment. This means being fully transparent about how the bank's profits are used to support community projects, education, and healthcare. In summary, while competition, talent shortage and balancing financial with social goals are significant, heartless, they can be overcome by focusing on digital innovation, investing in people, and strengthening their social mission. Bank Islam can not only succeed but also solidify its role as a true leader in ethical finance. Thank you.
Okay, so to conclude our presentation, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad stands as a strong example how Islamic management can be successfully practiced even in modern organization. The bank supplies a key Islamic values such competence, trust, excellence, consultation, trustworthiness, and it is a leadership and management system. So these values can combine with a strong Islamic work ethics can help a halal and tolerant working environment, one that's not only productive but only and also ethical, spiritually fulfilling. So although the bank faced some challenges, especially with the competition, talent development, it is proof that company can be both profitable and spiritually grounded following by timeless value of Islam.